Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. But before we get into today's video, first I just want to say I am currently recording this on Veterans Day, so to all veterans that are watching this video, or if you have a family member that's a veteran, alive or deceased, I want to thank them for their service for this country, and all the sacrifices they've done to preserve our freedom and our liberty and our independence from oppression and the cruelties of other evil leaders and dictators. Um, so I know that I originally said that I was going to do no more armament videos, but I'm like, well, I got some soldiers. I bought some soldiers. I went to a military museum. Actually, I went to two military museums, and one of them was closed because it was a holiday. But the other one was open, and there was a ceremony that happened where we were all, since today, November 11th, not only just Veterans Day, it is Remembrance Day, which was a day that ended war, was a day in history. And on November 11th, 1918, the First World War ended, and it was, and then since then would be the beginning of Veterans Day and honoring all soldiers, live and deceased, that have fought many wars and protected our country for many years. Anyway, point is, I have some Army Men. I'm going to do a video about it, of course, and I may also show you some pictures from the museums that I went to, maybe. So, without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. Okay, so first, I have bought a small bag of stormtroopers from Star Wars at a flea market in East Kiel, so I'm definitely going to mention them in my video. And it's a pretty easy unbox right here. Like so. Next, we have stuff that I bought from the Jacksonville Military Museum. I have bought a bucket of 100 green soldiers here. So this one we're going to cut the tape off. Which should be easy, no problem. Okay. Next, we're going to do this bag of combat soldiers, but I don't know if I did a video on this or not. I hope I didn't, but if I did, well, it's just going to be included in this video for today. This is Veterans Day and all, so this is just an also easy open just by ripping off the cardboard. Next, we have this last set here, which looks pretty interesting, and this is the one I really want to take a look at, so go ahead and open it. And now we're going to get into the reviews. Oh yeah, so here's the first set, and of course we're going to start off with the big set with the biggest tank, because I find that interesting. So what contains within the set that I just recently opened has this big chieftain tank here that is movable. We have a oops, did I mean knock him down? We have a gigantic Maxim machine gun here, which the barrel does not move, is plastic, of course, but the wheels move from what it looks like. Man, these guys don't. Me and my big hands. Anyway, excuse me. Me and my big hands. Stay. Nope. Just a second. No. You know what? Might as well sit you down. Anyway, so we also have a small Humvee and a canine dog here. A dog. Man, these guys can't just stand. Well, this one can, but not the others. We have a rock here. Used for like probably battle terrain. We have 4 figures here. There are action figure style, but see, they have a lack of color on the skin. They just all one color. The only thing that's colored are like their gear and equipment, which I find very disappointing because usually this is so unrealistic unless they got like coated in green paint or have green camouflage, and that's different. But these are actual human beings and they don't color the skin at all. They just leave it plain, but they color the rest of it though, which is kind of like a half decent job. But other than that, it's good. I mean, it's great for kids. Kids don't really care about the color; they just enjoy playing the soldiers. So, I mean, that's what I would do too. But I'm just gonna keep them for Pete's sake. It does come with weapons such like MP5s and a Uzi, but the guns don't fit in the hands, so that's kind of disappointing as well. But if you have other types of like guns that are smaller and you can fit them in the hands of these guys, then it would work. But the guns that come with the set don't fit in the guy's hands, so that's a disappointment on the set. I mean, quality great, but equity or pieces altogether is like a 2 out of 10 because how big things are and not portioned to the things except the dog. But other than that, it's a great set. Now let's move on to the next set. Okay, so here we're covering the green soldiers from the Special Soldier Bucket set with 100 soldiers in it, and basically they're the same poses, but I have had these type before. You can buy these at Hobby Lobby wherever you go because there's also other versions. They're the same models, but for cheaper companies, they make these same models and they sold them in at Hobby Lobby. So if you go have a Hobby Lobby near you, and if you're a young kid and you want some toy soldiers that are for a really good price, some Hobby Lobbies may have different prices, but the one that we have over here is like $10 for one bag of these, and it comes with like fences, tanks, and if you actually want a better view of what the set looks like, check out my Hobby Lobby Army Man video, and it'll give you more details on that. But they sell these as from Jaxo Joys, Hobby Lobby, Amazon, everywhere. But the ones on Amazon are expensive. The ones at Jaxo Joy are also expensive. But the ones at Hobby Lobby are probably not as bad. They're like sometimes cheap, sometimes not cheap, but maybe in between. But they're great molds. They're great soldiers. Some people may disagree, but I mean, to just use them for your armies, say this would be a great set to start out with. Now let's move on to the next set. Now, since I already covered green soldiers, the last set we're covering is from a same brand, same toy, but we're doing the tan version. So let's move on to the next side. Basically, they have, so this is the tan side, and basically they have the same exact poses, but I'm just going to tell you in what I think about what molds these are supposed to be set. So yeah, a lot of other YouTubers would complain about these type of soldiers because one, they're cheap. Two, some of them are just like lack of detail and looks cartoonish, goofy, and all that. But to me, I think they're cool. The model on them, from what it looks like, is based on Gulf, Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan war. Based on the weapons used here and the helmets and the looks and the styles, but I could be wrong. And not to mention, some of the weapons look a little World War II-ish. Like this guy, for instance, and this guy, it looks like they're shooting BARs instead of like, I don't know what would be the modern U.S. right. I think it would be the AR-15 or something like that. U.S. AR-15 rifle during Afghanistan and all that. But yeah. So this is the tan section. Now now we're going to move on to the final army set, and that is the Star Wars set. So let's go ahead and move on to the final army, Star Wars, and then also the announcements. Okay, so here we have the last set, which is the Star Wars. So basically we have a pilot here talking on his communicator, an officer here in black. He also probably is a pilot or just an officer carrying his pistol in the air, probably giving directions to his men to move out or something. Stormtrooper with a rifle, with his laser rifle, but his hand and barrel seems to be missing, so I'm guessing he was injured, but I can still use him in my Galactic Forces army. And then we have a observer slash scout of the stormtroopers, who's probably doing some surveillance and recon for his fellow comrades, which looks pretty cool. These were Hasbro toy company soldiers, because I remember seeing a trailer about Hasbro used to be. Hasbro is now mostly board games and stuff, but they used to make like toy sets, and I remember having a Happy Feet 2 toy set, and seeing some Hasbro toy sets and Toys R Us a long time ago. But these guys are somewhat rare now. But I was lucky to manage to find some of these, and I have found the other set I had from an eBay lot, and also flea marketing. So yeah, these is really cool. Now let's move on to announcements. I just want to say thank all of you guys for participating and watching this special video that I have made to dedicate to our veterans, and it's another way of saying thank you. I know that technically it is childish with toys and everything, but I take Veterans Day very seriously, and I have always respected and looked up to soldiers that have fought many wars over the last few hundred years and currently. And I wish all soldiers that are fighting good luck. I hope you all make it home safe, and if not, you will not be forgotten. You will all be remembered in our hearts as the brave heroes that you are, and everyone who cared about you will still care about you and support you from home. So this is very important for everyone to know, that we must not forget for the sacrifices that have been made to preserve our fellow countries and our nations and our history. Now, this is technically it. This is now officially will be the last Iron Man video. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more Iron Man, but I was just doing it for today. But I appreciate you guys for watching. But more gameplay videos of Battlefield 5 will come out. And if you guys are interested in watching the Hobby Lobby review video, I will link it in the description. And once again, to all of you who probably has a family member that is currently serving or was a veteran, thank them for their service. And I thank you for your service, and I wish you guys luck. See you next time. Peace.